Hey guys, it's Eric at Brain Barbarians. In case you don't know who I am, this channel I created to really explain about my brain injury as well as other health and lifestyle topics. If you don't know, I had experienced a brain injury about 10 years ago, and ever since I've been looking to provide valuable information in regards to how I've cured a lot of my symptoms and how I'm dealing particularly with ADHD. So come with me and I'd like to show you guys some of the things I'm doing and some of the supplements that I'm taking. All right, so here we have a few supplements. This is basically the stack of what I take on a daily basis. Definitely not for the faint of heart. I'm sure you all are thinking that this looks insane. This all didn't happen in one fell swoop. This was a buildup over the last few years. Some of this stuff is just for overall generic health, but I really want to focus today on the ADHD supplements and things that I'm doing that I've seen a tremendous benefit from. Starting off on the left-hand side, we have magnesium. I actually take two different types of magnesium every day. This one is Magtine. This is magnesium threonate, which I take in the morning, usually 2 to 3 pills. And then I'll take something called magnesium citrate. It's a powder. The brand I like is called Calm, C-A-L-M. I take that at nighttime. That really not only helps me to sleep, but then reduces my anxiety the next day and simultaneously gives me a little bit more energy and focus. Another one I really like, which you probably haven't heard of, is called Neurocalm. This one is great because it combines a lot of all of the best supplements into one easy to take pill, maybe two if you want to get crazy with it. But Neurocalm here has things like your B vitamins, magnesium, has inositol, L-theanine, which is one of my favorite things to take, as well as phosphatidylserine. Definitely take this. It'll help calm you down as well as to help you focus. Alpha GPC. If you watch Joe Rogan, you've probably heard of Alpha Brain. Great product. However, if you want to take the real thing that is creating most of the benefits, just buy yourself some Alpha GPC. That can be a tremendous help for you if you're suffering at all from any ADHD symptoms. One supplement I really like that I don't hear talked about often enough is agmatine sulfate. I typically take about 1,000 milligrams to 1,500 milligrams twice a day. I notice this really zones me in on whatever I'm working on and if I have a task in front of me. So this is something I would really recommend you to look into. Again, if you're going to start with this, try to start low. I believe you could get it in 500 milligram supplements, and that's how I would recommend you to start and then titrate up from there. Part of keeping your ADHD symptoms in check include getting a good night's sleep. If your brain isn't well rested and hasn't processed overnight appropriately, you may have a lot of additional ADD symptoms the following day. So I really like you to take a look at not only taking magnesium at nighttime, but I also take melatonin extended release, melatonin SRT. Start low as usual, probably 1 milligram. I now go up to 3 to 5 milligrams about 5 nights a week. As we all know, one of the best supplements for brain health is a good omega-3 supplement. I like to take this one here. It's an Antarctic krill oil. Make sure that you get yourself a very good brand. Make sure that it's not rancid or that the pills haven't turned too dark or there is no smell when you open up the bottle. Then you know you're taking a good omega-3 supplement. Mushrooms. It says it right here on the bottle, guys. Genius mushrooms. Not only mushroom supplements, but I also drink Rise, which is a mushroom and adaptogen coffee. I'll typically have that 3 to 4 times a week and then supplement with this on the alternate days. Also, mushrooms in the form of psilocybin or magic mushrooms have been shown to be extremely beneficial, not only for brain injury, but also for ADHD. So if you want to microdose, something that I've done in the past as well, I think that'll help you see tremendous benefits and increase your focus and attention. L-theanine, one of the most underrated supplements, particularly if you drink coffee. I take this with every cup of caffeinated coffee that I have in the morning. I would highly recommend you guys do the same, but I think you'll notice notice a huge shift and increase in focus and your dopamine when you take an L-theanine in the morning with your caffeine. Last but not least, one of my favorite supplements is called phosphatidylserine. I really haven't seen anybody talking about this. I don't know why. Really, out of all the supplements here, I feel that it helps right away the very clear focus, very clear intent about 15 to 20 minutes after I take it. I would highly recommend, again, check with your doctor. Don't take anything that I've recommended here today on a whim. And if you do start to take these supplements, try to start low as possible and titrate up from there. The one that I take here is 300 milligrams. You might want to start off with 100 milligrams and then work your way up from there. Something that has helped me tremendously in regards to, again, not only brain injury, but ADHD is taking peptide called cerebrolysin. This is actually via injectable form. I inject it into my leg every other night. You'll see here, if I open this up, it's a vial. The way this works is you just snap off the top, you pull it into a syringe, and you inject it into your leg really any time of the day. What this is doing is creating massive neurogenesis and increasing BDNF in the brain. It's been studied time and time again to show a lot of benefit to individuals with brain injury, tension issues, so on and so forth. I would highly recommend it. Now, if you're afraid of needles, it might be a little bit of a stretch for you, but if you're willing to go down that path, I would say you could probably throw out everything I just showed you here today and just focus on one full administrative dose, which is 10 vials of cerebrolysin done over the course of a single month. And I think you'll start to see tremendous benefits, not only in mood and motivation, but all of your ADHD-like symptoms. Of course, this is a brain injury and health channel, but there's many reasons you might be suffering from ADHD-like symptoms, right? I used to always have this as a child. After the brain injury, it got significantly worse, but there's a variety of other factors as to why you might be exhibiting ADHD symptoms, right? This could be diet, it could be a variety of environmental factors. So I think this is always a topic of interest for everyone. And that's why I like to go through the things that have helped me at least. Again, I like to talk just from personal experience. So please take what I have with a grain of salt. In most instances, I like to introduce you guys to things that I think could be beneficial that are all natural. Today, we spoke mostly about supplements that you can get over the counter. Heck, you can order most of these supplements off Amazon, and there's virtually no risk. Of course, everything comes with a potential risk of side effects, so please take at your own risk and after consulting with your physician. But I like to start you off with the easiest and cheapest thing that you can do. But in this particular space, I do not want to rule out pharmaceuticals. Typically not a big fan of most pharmaceutical medications, but when it comes to ADHD, the literature shows that supplements like Adderall, or prescriptions rather like Adderall, can be extremely beneficial, particularly if taken at a young age and taken in the proper dosage under 10 milligrams. Really, the ideal dosage would be 5 milligrams of Adderall and taken that once a day. Do not get the extended release version if you can help it. You want it to be the instant version. And also, there are a variety of different types of amphetamines out there. Adderall brand name is by far the best. Just the ratio of what constitutes it is going to give you the best focus and the best increase in overall mood. So I would highly recommend, if all else fails, feel free to consult with your physician, get a prescription for Adderall. As far as diet goes, the best thing to do is whatever's beneficial for your brain in general is going to be beneficial for ADHD. So we're talking about more of a keto diet, heavy, good fats, heavy on the proteins, low in sugars, low in fried foods, making sure that you're also eating things like prebiotics and probiotics. A big staple of my diet is things like kimchi and sauerkraut, fermented pickles and onions. I eat this stuff on a daily basis. It's really important to feed your gut. The majority of your serotonin is also produced in your gut. So if you're not feeding your gut appropriately, you're gonna not only be low on energy and have a bad mood, but your concentration concentration and attention can be severely affected. So diet here is utmost importance. And I would actually say diet and sleep before anything. So before you start taking either a natural supplement, pharmaceutical medication, injecting a peptide, I'd love to see you guys implementing standard lifestyle changes, including a better night's sleep, improving your overall diet. So I hope that helped, guys. Again, I really like to talk from my own personal experience. You're probably gonna hear some things on this channel that you haven't seen before across the web or in other YouTube channels. I like to be as comprehensive as possible and try out these different things so you guys don't have to. If there's anything here that I mentioned today that you want to implement or try, please comment below. Let us know how it worked out for you, what you thought about the different supplements. I hope that helps. Thanks for tuning in and hope to see you guys in the next video.